Welcome to another segment of Manifest with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. And on this segment, we're going to be talking about working with assumption. If you've been enjoying the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Working with the law. Einstein said that everything is energy. That's all there is. Energy can be created or destroyed. So all the energy that ever was here is here now. And all the energy that's ever going to be is here now. It can't be created, it can't be destroyed. Tesla said you're going to have to begin to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So assumption. Shakespeare, I believe, said, assume the virtue if you have it not. How are you doing this? You're doing this via your imagination through the vehicle of thought. And thought is creative. Thoughts become things. First you have them and then they have you. So this is what true assumption is and how you need to steer it in the right direction. Buckminster Fuller was in harmony with what Shakespeare said, Tesla. And he said that the cave you fear to enter has a treasure that you seek. And so when it comes to this energy and thought, everybody thinks that it's difficult, it's a challenge, and so on and so forth. They make up all these stories in their mind, but these things are happening automatically. And basically, it's being steered, negatively because you're always assuming the worst. Now, you're assuming just like you're breathing, right? Just like you drink water, you're always assuming, just like you are thinking. So you need to begin to assume your desire, assume your intention, assume your goal, instead of assuming, something negative that you don't have evidence for. Why not assume something positive? So you don't have evidence for it either, but it's time to direct the assumption. And to the measure that you begin to do this, you can change the results that you're currently receiving in multiple key areas of your life. You can steer the assumption just like you steer the car, right? But you got to take ownership of it and not just let it go, whatever this story is being told, by your ego or whatever conversations that you're having with yourself. That this is the important thing. So assume what you desire, assume what you require, assume what you intend to make happen, instead of just assuming bad scenarios, worst case scenarios, and things like that. And so I just want to reiterate that you're always assuming. The question is, what are you assuming? Are you assuming what you do not want, or are you assuming what you do want? Are you assuming the undesired, or are you assuming the desired? Are you assuming something destructive, or are you assuming something constructive? We've been live on Manifest with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. I'd like to leave you with this quote from Henry David Thoreau. If one advances confidently in the direction of his or her dreams and endeavors to live the life which they have imagined, they will meet with success unexpected in common hours. And I would also like to share an excerpt from Rudyard Kipling's If, just a small portion of it. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too.